My wife never fully screws the lids back onto anything. My laptop was murdered by a single grain of Chipotle brown rice that got closed in the screen. Why I keep a secret tube of toothpaste from my wife and children. Your wife too? What's your wife done? My roommate leaves her cat's litter box scoop in our kitchen sink. My Dollar Tree puzzle came with extra pieces but is missing the one correct piece. My boyfriend's roommate doesn't wash his pans between uses. This is just disgusting. Millennials are causing a baby bust. They aren't having enough kids to keep the US population at the replacement level. That's because rent is $1,500 and jobs are paying $12 an hour. It has begun. Yes, she is at the return counter trying to do exactly what it looks like. Tell me why my parents have been putting this in their tea. It's hair conditioner. First day at my new job and I think I messed up already. My car bursted into flames. Couple contaminate drought-stricken town's water supply by dyeing waterfall blue for gender reveal. How selfish do you have to be? Why is there braille on the number pads on vending machine when they can't see the numbers for the food? Older folk, why don't kids go outside anymore? The outside they built and now we wait. There's no way anyone falls for this. Getting annoyed after illegally downloading music when it turns out to be bad quality. This isn't what I didn't pay for. Brussels Airlines runs 3,000 empty flights to maintain takeoff and landing slots. Thank God I washed out that used tin of chopped tomatoes to recycle the can. To whoever is placing googly eyes all over the office, please stop, thank you. I'm mildly irritated. They didn't put the googly eyes in googly. My sister and I had an argument, and she's chopped the bristles off of my toothbrush. Why? This lady using bread as knee pads while she's looking at other bread. Me and my son went kayaking today. Didn't know why, but he was screaming like an idiot the whole time. I hate him. My best work so far. The fact that the glass isn't slightly to the right is really bothering me. I was looking at apartments because I'm trying to move, and look at this awful kitchen. Shut up, it's perfect. Who needs a grill? Little yappy idiot suddenly doesn't like loud noises. Only if they knew how annoying they are when they're barking. Celebrities are going makeup free while social distancing. They're so brave. Thank you for sharing their story. My son got mad at me yesterday and opened all the bananas in the house. What type of passive-aggressive monster? Something about a man having an opinion just doesn't sit right with me. The yellow line is the size of SeaWorld's parking lot. The green dot is where orcas will spend their entire lives. Shouldn't be allowed. Taylor Swift working a gas grill at a vegan cookout. How do you cram this much annoying stuff in one picture? Get you a girl that can do both. What? Change clothes? A 20-year-old student was sentenced to prison for lying about being something by football players, then rolls her eyes during sentencing. I'm glad. She should be sentenced for life. I spent thousands of dollars in several days to get a chance to photograph a great white shark. Here it is. Can you pass me my drink, please? Okay. I have to walk by this for an entire semester. Beep, beep. Your hot bowl of cold food is ready. I low-key hate it when single men have dogs. You should only have a dog as a man if you have a live female partner. Canadian wolves are being airdropped into Michigan to kill moose. Imagine being a moose, thinking you're safe, looking up and seeing a wolf parachuting down towards you and your moose family. I'm not gonna lie, at the end of the day, I still have no idea what race Vin Diesel is. He raced car. I removed the curtain rod because he would hang from it and cry all night. Life finds away, and he just keeps doing it. Why? Does anyone else get annoyed when your girlfriend keeps taking pictures of you? Yeah. So annoying, right? Friendly weekend reminder that your Lamborghini all-wheel drive is not made for the beach. Come on, man, ruining your car. Cute Easter egg in the new subway. I really sat here and looked for an egg. There goes my hero. Man forged head injury to get months off work and then returned being rude to everyone, citing that his personality had been altered. The neighbors just put the house up for sale. I couldn't resist checking it out. That's our bloody cat. Oh, so that's where your cat goes. If only bananas had a robust, natural, biodegradable packaging of their own. Some sort of peelable skin, perhaps. Our waitress was giving us an attitude, and my 8-year-old little brother said, "First off, I ordered crab legs, not your attitude. Petition to remove the D from Wednesday. Wednesday. Not what I had in mind, but I'm flexible." Cop pulled me over, and I accidentally handed him my furry ID at first, instead of my driver's license, because it was in the front of my pocket on my wallet. How broke are you? If someone robbed me, it would just be practice. Why do they look like the awkward English and history teacher, who everyone suspects are dating? I can't decide if she's English and he's history, or the other way around. He's history, she's English. Our officer at a high school game. Jail or go to jail. I write 22 like this, so neither two feels left out. I don't mind this. Sometimes it's annoying when your character can't jump in a video game, but how often do you jump in real life? Do you even remember the last time you jumped? Is a question I never anticipated, leaving me feeling so hollow and terrified. I thought I left my iPod in the theater, so we went back to look for it, and I couldn't see it, so I turned on my iPod to give me some light so I could find find my iPod. Do you see where this is going? Because I did not. When the ambulance charges you $2,000, but the tow truck only charges you $80. My landlord explaining why the rent is going up 50% after a fresh coat of paint. I'm going to buy your book, then burn it. Why stop there? Buy 10 copies and burn them. That will really show me. This is the most arrogant brand in the whole world. It's good, it doesn't change. It doesn't need to change. I hate when bathrooms have this type of urinal. They blow piss everywhere and it's disgusting. Do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. If I want to play games, I've got a PlayStation. I'm a 22-year-old woman married recently to a 25-year-old husband. I caught him cheating some months back with a maid. I'm pregnant now. I want to make sure that baby is mine only and not my maid's baby. Where can I get a DNA test done? DNA test is not required. Brain test is required. A Western tourist who paid to take a photo with samurai armor on in 1890. Probably the first documented weeb in history. My dad just walked into the room looking sad as hell with his fists closed and said, I just realized my office plant is going to die because he's working from home. What are you guys mad about today? Professor X could move anything with his mind, so why not his legs? I've been wearing my boyfriend's hoodie around the house for the last week. I tried to give it back last night. That's not my hoodie. Realized with horror, I've been wearing our builder's hoodie in front of the builder. Couldn't you just smell and know it's not your boyfriend's? What do you mean? Top Gun Maverick takes down Avengers Infinity War, a 6th highest grossing movie in domestic box office history. This feels homophobic. How? A real man will stand by his wife, even if she has become impregnated by another man. Mine is listening to music in the car at max volume. Mine is Romanian driving around, listening to music at max volume. I clicked on make a reservation on a restaurant's page and it opened FaceTime and started calling them. I cannot stress enough how much I wanted that not to happen. It's snowing and I want to tip my driver accordingly. Chipotle, why are you deciding how much tipped workers can make? Whoa, that is mighty generous of you, but tips can't be more than 50% of your food's total. All the classic Simpsons episodes on Disney Plus are in cropped widescreen format. This means that you miss out on tons of great visual jokes, like how Duff Light, and Duff Dry all come from the same tube. TikToker bursts into tears after strangers refuse her offer to pay for their groceries. The Pokeball on English Pokemon cards opens up the wrong way. I hate it. I edited the comment, so now it doesn't make sense. My significant other throws her daily contacts behind the headboard of our bed. Okay, this is gross. We're not drinking alcohol and eating garbage on vacation. We're waking up at 5 a.m. for Sunrise Beach yoga, drinking fresh juice and eating fruit for 2 weeks. So we're in rehab. Got it. Let's play a game of, did I really do this or did I just think about doing it so hard that I constructed a false memory of it? I've done both. Swiss town denies passport to Dutch vegan because she is too annoying. Here's the government. Why is this woman wearing a cowbell? What part of too annoying was unclear? My 5-year-old niece saw the blue deer on my shirt and was like, oh, it's a boy deer. I took the opportunity to be like, or it can be a girl deer. Girls like blue too, Olivia. She stared at me and was like, I said it's a boy because it has antlers. Take my degree away now when you're trying to be woke, but your kids are actually awake. 2 places you should not have to pay for parking: the university you attend and the hospital. I mean, you shouldn't, but the hospital also charges you money. So I kind of expect that, I won't lie. Why the hell am I still shy? This is annoying as hell. I'm grown up. Do you guys ever get pre-annoyed? Like, you already know someone is about to annoy you. Yeah, but I just stay away from people if I know that's gonna happen. Winner of 1.28 billion lottery gets $433 million after tax. Oh, so we do know how to tax billionaires then. So this person said you took some pills while he was there. Yeah, I took my epilepsy medication. I prefer to be conscious instead of on the floor.
I don't appreciate you doing drugs in front of my child. You know, medication is just a crutch. You need to show this person that being well is just mind over matter.
Yeah, it's not as easy as that, especially if you're epileptic. Shut up. The McDonald's employees are not your maids.
Don't you mean Chick-fil-A?
Wait, Chick-fil-A with McDonald's? What is going on here? Luckily had no one sitting in my row for a 10-hour. I would tell the flight attendant and they would tell them, so it wouldn't look like I'm being rude, if I'm being honest. Hell no, I don't want no conflict with someone sitting behind me. I was getting a watermelon in Target, and this lady just let her son get in the watermelon container to pick one out. Surprisingly, he only crushed one of them. Biggest scam ever. Apartments charging pet fees, but not children fees. My cat literally lays on a blanket all day while I can hear children beating on the walls. My husband keeps opening new jars of jam before he's even finished the last one. Apparently, US Customs cannot comprehend the sealed video game market. They broke the acrylic holder, ripped and threw out the seal, and sliced the front of the box off. This was a $3,000 game. Charlie Puth corrects a fan on TikTok who claims Light Switch is about a girl. It's about a person. No one listening to his music, so he has to create his own gay allegations. How the hell do they not realize they hung it up sideways? Homegirl looks like she snatched up the baby and flew away. My lawyer, watching me talk my way from a speeding ticket to the death penalty. Well, someone smeared peanut butter all over an MTA pole, and I accidentally put my hand on it, and I can't do anything about it because I have jury duty in 10 minutes. So I guess it was nice knowing you all. Why did they do this? I used to be so obsessed with this pig in such a sadistic way. I would stare at pictures of him for like hours on end and envision myself hitting him with my grandpa's truck. When I was 17, I went to get a Limp Bizkit tattoo, and when they wouldn't let me because I didn't have a guardian's approval, I cried and punched a lamppost. 3 months later, I was allowed to take on $119,000 in loan to go to art school. Losing an argument when you're right just because the other person is too stupid to understand what you're saying is probably one of the most infuriating things in the entire universe. Kids these days want electric nicotine sticks in video games so they can cuss out strangers online. I just wanted the 64 Crayola set with the built-in sharpener. I just wanted some really nice pens because I loved coloring. I forgot what they're called, but they were very good. I used to think adulthood was one crisis after another, concurrently, all at once, all the time forever. Americans are nicer than Canadians. Airplane etiquette survey reports. Get screwed, Canada. You have nothing now. What flat earthers see on a clear day. Schools will be like, drugs are bad, then prescribe a 6-year-old Adderall for not wanting to sit in the same spot for 8 hours. The most annoying man you know is online shopping cart right now. If I saw a man wearing this in public, I would ask for his number. Hi, most annoying person you've ever encountered here. I noticed this post you wrote in 3 seconds doesn't line up with every experience I've ever had. This is extremely harmful to me. The main character of the universe. Girlfriend woke up her ferret by coming into the room loudly and was greeted by these absolute daggers. Dear app developers, I will never rate your app. Stop asking me. When you're both watching a movie for the first time and they keep asking questions about what's happening. My accountant just opened his laptop to do my tax. Me. So my husband, first grader. You have a husband? I do, the whole time you've known me. Oh, I always thought you were feral. You mean single. Whatever the word is that you use for stray cats. Lost dog. No reward. Keep the dog. Identifying marks. Should answer to Daisy, but doesn't. Will bite blonde children. Hates cats and seagulls. Personality. Angry at the world. Last seen darting across Linden Avenue and causing a minor car accident. I have made a horrible mistake. Okay, but this looks so fun. We made the flight in Dallas, but not sitting together. Guy next to me would not change seats. I hope I don't have to get up too often and bother him. Too windy. If it was American, we would stop all the wind. Always place a Ziploc bag on your car mirror when traveling alone. Here's why. If you're not a vegan, you're an animal abuser. Truth fact, being vegan is best for health, the planet and the animals. I don't want to hurt animals anymore. I will be vegan from now on and subscribe to this channel. This old lady broke down crying in the grocery store because people kept taking stuff out of her cart when she wasn't looking. People are doing more than they do when a hurricane is coming. If you're over 55 and your dog breed isn't on this list, get rid of. Shut up. Hello Kitty is not a cat and never has been, company says. What is it then? What if there were professional text post critics? 4 out of 5. Witty and insightful, a must reblog post. Suspense from lack of punctuation and resolution leaves the reader pondering possibilities late into night. Why send one big text when you can send 10 little ones in a row and be even more annoying? Amazon said it was delivered 2 weeks ago. I couldn't find it. The snow finally melted a bit. Someone asked me why I was wearing a fake AirPod. Bro, that's my hearing aid. My favorite adult hack is when I carefully and thoughtfully put something very important away so I can't lose it and then I never find it. Just a sober middle-aged vegan musician sitting in the sun in Los Angeles after going for a hike. Maybe I'm cliche, but at least I'm a happy one. The 2 rules of millennial writing. The author is annoying. The writing is about themselves. This is the best cosplay ever. Do you ever wonder what annoying Orange is up to these days? Never mind. Password sharing is not piracy any more than loaning your friend a DVD or watching a movie with your family is piracy. The service is already paid for. Executives just consider sharing to be evil because they can't exploit every individual person. If they tried to invent libraries today, it would get shut down actually. They wouldn't allow it. 350 million year old trapped water. 75,000 year old world. 350 million is crazy. Girl brings her dog to a metal show. Sitting front row doesn't cover its ears. Dog is scared all night trying to hide. People who celebrate fictional character birthdays are annoying. Pass it on. Screw this post and happy birthday, Sonic. Egg thief. Do tennis players know if they hit the ball a little gently, their friend could hit it back and they could play longer. I sat through a horrible job interview for an hour. Then the guy was like, by the way, this job only pays 30k, so if you're looking for a job that pays better, look elsewhere. So I said, okay, I will. Then he was like, wait, no, this was hours ago. I still feel incredible. We've received your unsubscription request. We're sorry to see you go. It may take up to 10 days to process this request. Why? It took you 0.01 seconds to start sending emails at the beginning. This guy had his headphones on like this for the entire flight back from Queensland, and it was driving me nuts. It's as if he didn't care or even notice his ear was folded over, which is insane. How could you possibly not realize? I was trying to read a book, but I couldn't concentrate. Every time I looked up, it was the same. I wanted to reach over and fix it. Ask him what the hell is wrong with him, and that how can he just be okay with having his ear like that? I was furious. It was the worst flight ever. You've got to be the worst kind of heartless animal if you go around slashing homeless people's tents. My dad went to a doctor's appointment with my grandma and found out she was diagnosed with dementia over a year ago, but she never told anyone because she forgot. Today, I went to renew my passport, and this is the handicap ramp